Welcome to LA's Characterz. We're here in Brentwood today above Sunset Boulevard to meet our next guest, Mr. Jerry Norman, institutional stock salesman, expert investment real estate executive, and one of the greatest basketball minds that the state of California has ever produced. John Wooden himself asked Jerry to join his staff at UCLA, and Jerry was with the Wizard to create basketball magic. Let's go inside and see how Jerry is today on LA's Characterz. Hello, sir.
Hi.
All right. I got my cameraman Bruce Kalk with me. Nice to see you, sir. This is my good friend Bruce Kalk.
How are you?
Jerry Norman. Should we go into the office? Let's go into the office. Let's sit down and hang out together. What were you watching on TV last night? Anything good?
Yeah. You got the lights on? Did you hear?
Yeah, lights gone. We're just gonna hang out and spend a little time together, chit chat.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So you got some beautiful memorabilia here.
Pardon?
You got some beautiful memorabilia here.
Yeah.
Yeah? Is there a favorite picture of all these pictures that are here that you like the most?
No, not really.
No?
We've had so many great pictures and, so many great players we had. And, I don't have any favorite, I don't think. Maybe this one.
Oh, that's beautiful.
That's 1964 when we won the first national championship, and I think the gals had on we weren't favored in the game, so we were like Avis, we were number 2.
You're number 2.
Yeah.
But you came through, right?
Yeah. Normally people don't like to change.
Change.
People don't like change.
Correct.
And so when you propose something that's changed, and it's a major change, they're resistant to it. And I think also one of the big mistakes in life, as well as coaching, which is part of life, is assumptions. You start making assumptions. Well, these 2 guards can shoot the ball really well. And so if you don't guard them outside, they just fill the basket up. Well, have anybody ever tried it?
Adam Smith needs revision.
What are you talking about?
If we all go for the blonde, we block each other. Not a single one of us is going to get her. So then we go for her friends. But they will all give us the cold shoulder because nobody likes to be second choice. But what if no one goes for the blonde? We don't get in each other's way, and we don't insult the other girls. That's the only way we win.
When we played Oregon State in the regionals of that year, 64, of course we don't have any size. They've got 7'1" Mel Counts, 6'9" Jay Carty, both of which played in the professional league. And were probably 15, 17 point favorites in the game. I think we beat them by 15 or 17.
Love it.
Because we didn't guard anybody out past the free throw line. So,
Right.
Common sense would tell you, would you rather have the ball with a guy 6'9" and 7'2" inside to shoot it, or would you rather have 2 little guys outside who's further from the basket shoot it?
But why is common sense so little experience?
Well, that's how everybody else played.
Because the best result would come from everyone in the group doing what's best for himself and the group.
Ash, this is some way for you to get the blonde on your own. You can go to hell.
Governing dynamics, gentlemen. Governing dynamics. Adam Smith. Who's wrong?
That's why they're out there playing guard. They're really good shooters. Yeah, really. We'll find out.
Right.
And the same thing when we played Cincinnati, they had the same thing, huge size on us, and we ended up losing by 2. We never did guard. We didn't guard either one of the guards the whole game, and the one that beat us at the end hadn't scored in 1 point, not even a point.
That was 1963, correct?
That was 64, and they inbounded the ball to one of their guards, and he couldn't get the ball to somebody. They only had like 12, 15 seconds. They'd taken a timeout. So we knew where they were trying to get the ball, and they knew where they were trying to get the ball. So they couldn't get the ball where they wanted to try and get it. And the guy knew the time's running out. So he just shoots the ball 25 feet out, makes it. Doesn't have 1 point in the entire game. Played the whole game. That shows you how big scoring their cards were.
Mathematicians won the war. Mathematicians broke the Japanese codes and built the A-bomb. Mathematicians, like you. The stated goal of the Soviets is global communism. In medicine or economics, in technology or space, battle lines are being drawn. To triumph, we need results. Publishable, applicable results. Now, who among you will be the next Morse? The next Einstein?
Athletics, business, all of these factors really are mathematical. It's all a matter of percentages and risk and reward type thing. In other words, how much risk are you willing to take to get a certain reward? And we needed to take, in basketball in '64, we have a very, very talented team. And we got blown out of the tournament the year before, virtually with the same team, because we thought we were running, and we played a running team who was better than we were. So, but anyway, the next year, we had to take some risks. In other words, our big thing in our conference, most of the teams were walk the ball up the floor teams. And if we let them do that, we're going to have some problems, even though we've got a lot of talent. Maybe we can even win the conference, but we don't know because we don't have size, and there's some good teams in our conference and in our region. San Francisco had a really good team. So you come up with ideas that are mathematical.
And you apply that
and then you say what's the percentage probabilities that this is going to succeed? In the early part of the year, we really didn't know because until we played the first couple of games, we really don't know. But it functioned very well from the start because most of the coaches in those days were just focused on size, and turning the ball over. Oh, they're pressing us to get the ball. Well, that wasn't the reason why we were pressing them. And we could get the ball or steal the ball, sure. And we did some, but that was not the primary purpose that we were trying to do. We were trying to raise the tempo of the game, make the teams we're playing play the way we want to play, what we're better at, which is running up and down the floor, spread the floor, and with the players we had, they're very, very good if you put them in a spread court situation.
So if you went to J.D. Morgan or you went to John Wooden and you were selling him an idea, the zone press, selling the idea that you need your own special defense to guard Elgin Hayes. I mean, that's just to me that's just brilliant. Were they resistant? Were they?
The fortunate part about it with Coach Wooden, he was a very good listener, and he knew we had some talented players, but he, had always played the same way. We just try and push the ball up the floor the best you can, and but when you do that, sometimes teams that maybe a little less talent than you have got more size. They're going to take advantage of you. So he was a good listener. He knew what he didn't know, which very few people do. Most people think they know everything, and Wooden knew he didn't know everything, and he would be a good listener.
Did you ever have the same experience in basketball that you did?
That part where you didn't have to be a visionary. You just had to understand that there's a value in real estate. Stocks are much more volatile. They're up and down all over the place, which is not, over the years, the rate of return on real estate and stocks is very, very identical, pretty close.
Right.
Now in California, it may be a little higher in real estate than it is in stocks just because of what's happened in California, which is a whole another story. But the demand in real estate jumped way up in California, and it helped the real estate part. But we bought properties all over the United States, so mostly apartments, and then we own a lot of mobile home parks. Not many people.
What factors would you use in determining which pieces of property you felt would
Well, kind of a risk-reward type thing. If we're going to pay X for this property, what is our cash flow going to be? And what is the potential for it to grow? And that would include what the demographics are in the area where you're buying, the quality of the property, that type of the historical growth of the area in population and businesses. So it was pretty mechanical, but there would be ones that you take a bigger risk to get a bigger reward.
So in retrospect on a life well lived, what philosophical nuggets would you love to leave with the next generation, or what do you tell your grandkids, or what do you share with them to make their journey easier and more productive and fruitful?
I don't know. I never really thought about that much. I have 2 daughters and a son, and my daughter lives out in Agua Dulce. She likes it out there. She has a 10-acre piece of property. And my other daughter lives in Corona del Mar, and just a few blocks from Korean Creekwood's just real close to her. And John lives in Balboa, which is right. They're all within a few blocks of each other. And we go to dinner down there with. My daughter's had Kareem up a few times, and John's close to Kareem because he played 1 year with him. And my son was born 15 years later, and then he waited to 30 years old to get married. So he's got I have 2 grandsons. One just going to turn 60.
And when they lose a big game, what do you tell them?
I don't talk to them about that at all. In basketball, when I was coaching.
How do you empower them? What do you give to them with all your wisdom?
One of the problems with being in coaching because I didn't have that much time to spend with them, my girls.
Right.
When I got out of coaching, when my son was born after I got out of coaching, so I had time to spend with him.
Have you bridged all those gaps? Good for you.
Yeah, we have great family get-togethers, and like we had one for Easter breakfast.
Beautiful. Good on.
Yeah, they all get. In fact, my son called the other day and told his sister, he said, we have to have a great time. We don't have to have a reason to have Easter, Christmas.
Let's just
come out to dinner.
Yeah, just come on over and have it.
I'm for it since I don't have to do anything.
Yeah, grill up. Yeah, right. I hope they're cooking and cleaning. Yeah, grill up a couple of hamburgers.
Yeah.
I want to thank you so much for your time and being so gracious with us.
Sure.
Jerry Norman, LA's Characterz. Watch next week and we'll have another episode. Have a great day in the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California.
And I have made the most important discovery of my career. The most important discovery of my life. It is only in the mysterious equations of love that any logical reasons can be found.